You starred in Arietti, which was an animation. What drew you back to this animation, Justin and the Knights of Valour?
I think the people that were involved with it were so exciting. Like, the cast are amazing, and Antonio being involved is very exciting as well. And I just really like the story. I like the idea of the underdog being the star in this film, and the fact that he has red hair and he doesn't want to be a lawyer, he wants to be a knight. I found that all quite lovely and endearing, and it's kind of your classic underdog story, and I really like that about it. And also I got to use my own accent when I played Talia, so
I think it's about time you've used your own accent.
I know. I don't think anybody knows that I'm actually Irish, and I'm very Irish. So yeah, so I'm glad I got to do that. And because she's so feisty as well, and she talks a lot, I thought, well, the Irish accent's perfect for that. So.
Well, we've seen you feisty before in your film Hanna. Did you draw any inspiration from that with Talia?
I pulled a few fight moves in the sound booth for sure. Nobody's going to see that, hopefully. But there was definitely a bit of Hanna movement going on in there.
Was there any physical movement in the booth while you're doing it? Are you kind of like karate chopping at the same time?
That's what I mean. There was a lot of that going on. There's a big fight sequence near the end, and I requested a wooden block that I could just chop at the whole time we recorded it.
You've been very busy making other films. Ryan Gosling's directing debut, How to Catch a Monster. I mean, other than the fact that Ryan Gosling's directing it, was there anything that drew you to the film?
Yeah, I loved the story. The other people that are involved are the best, and we had an amazing time together. But yeah, the story's really, I'm sure I can't talk about it too much because it'll probably kill me, but the story's incredibly dark, and it's got so many different layers to it that we could really kind of tap into whenever we wanted, because a lot of it was ad-libbed, a lot of it was improvised. So it gave us a chance to really discover, you know, what relationships we had with other people and where we were going ourselves and stuff. It was brilliant. I've never had an experience like that in a film before. So.
As a young girl, I find a billboard of Ryan Gosling quite distracting. How was it being directed by him? I mean, he's very handsome.
I don't really think of Ryan in that way. Because I was supposed to do a film with him a few years ago, like when I was about 12, and he was going to play my dad. So I've always kind of had that mindset when it came to Ryan. I don't now, I don't think of him as my dad now, but at the same time, he's always just been, you know, Ryan. So no, it wasn't too distracting, but he's got great fashion sense, and he knows how to wear a sweater. I'll give him that much.
Talk to me about How I Live Now. I mean, it looks great from the trailer. How was that filming?
It was amazing. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had on a film. Kevin's brilliant and was incredibly patient with all of us kids, because I don't know if you haven't seen the film obviously yet, but there's a lot of us just kind of messing about, and he basically just let the cameras roll, so we'd all get a bit hyper when we were together. But no, it was a really great experience, so I'm excited for people to see it. And also there's a music video as well that Natasha Khan did for it and stuff, so it's cool, yeah.
And you said that we're going to hear some Hanna action noises in Justin and the Knights of Valour. What about in How I Live Now? Because it does look like you might be able to bust a few action moves. Will we see any Hanna stunts in that?
You won't see some Hanna stunts, but there are a few. There is a gun that pops up at one point. I'm not going to tell you when, because that'll ruin it, because you have to go see it. But yeah, there's a bit of that, but there's not too much of the whole Hanna-esque vibe going on.